Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the Northern Mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith on the 24th of March, 2020. Where is time going? Again, the birds are outside and they're singing their beautiful morning song with the blooming on the trees. I need more coffee. I think we all do, and a lot of patience, too. Okay, one of the things here, Rutgers Weather Network has been out since yesterday afternoon at around 1 o'clock or so, and it's still out this morning, so we're going to do things a little bit differently here, but we'll start off with the low-level water vapor channel. We basically see a zonal flow across the country here, and all this dry sinking air which is in place now with high pressure over the top of us here over the northern mid-Atlantic region as the storm is now exiting into Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. And here's our old frontal boundary and our new frontal system and wave of low pressure across the Midwest, which is going to create a lot of thunderstorms and rain. We can already see this blossoming up quite nicely on the low-level water vapor channel. If we went into the short wave, which we can do now, we can already see the moisture influx increasing and the clouds increasing across the Mississippi and Tennessee River Valley areas, the portions of the Ohio River Valley area as well. We've got this dry sinking air over the top of us now, but that's all going to change. We get a break today and then more rain. What else is new coming in your direction for tomorrow? I know it's difficult to see this, but we have a northwesterly flow here. Lots of clouds in the mid and lower layers of the atmosphere, mostly the mid and upper layers of the atmosphere. There's a lot of cirrus and a lot of mid-level clouds here across the region as high pressure begins to build in. Since we don't have the weather network here from Rutgers, we're going to use the surface observations here on the surface map of New Jersey. And this is provided through us through Kamala Cod. We can find temperatures this morning at around 7 a.m. in the morning in the upper 30s across Connecticut and also across eastern Long Island, and the upper 30s to lower 40s across most of the rest of the region here, especially as you head down towards the turnpike here and out in towards southeastern Pennsylvania. And all the winds are out of the northwest, and they're pretty light, about 5, 10, 15 miles per hour at best. And finally, a map this morning that has no watches, warnings, or advisories, except for the coastal areas where some gale warnings and maybe some small craft advisories remain in effect here for the coastal waters of New Jersey, southeastern New York, Long Island, and down through the Delmarva. But over the land masses, we have nothing going on right now. That's good news. And the cooperative stations here from New Jersey, CoCoRaHS reporting in Monday, March 23rd. Well, we're on Tuesday, March 24th, so let's see what's going on here. Apparently everybody's on vacation with this coronavirus thing that's going on worldwide here, and it's changing a lot of things around, including the data that we can actually see. This is the rainfall amounts for the last 24 hours here across the northern mid-Atlantic and New England states. We can see basically 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch, up to an inch of rain across the region. Current snow map, obviously in the western states here we have all of the highest amounts of snow, and across the northern tier here of the country into portions of the Great Lakes, not much snow, nothing going on here. And of course any snow that fell yesterday would be located in these regions here. So again, and there's a lot of snow cover here across all of southeastern Canada. So if you really want to go skiing, this is where you have to go. But I do believe that everyone's on a lockdown right now. Moving around to get data this morning is becoming more problematic. But here's the latest temperatures this morning across the United States. And it's quite chilly across the northern and central tier of the United States. The only warm spots here again this morning being in the 60s, mid and upper 60s here across, well, all of the southeastern states basically, but everybody else on the chilly side. And from the National Digital Database, let's take a look at the high temperatures forecasted for today on this Tuesday, March 24th. finding temperatures in the low to the mid 50s across the area. The normal highs are generally around 50 to 55 degrees at this time of the year. Tomorrow, probably another frontal system coming through and rain as well, so temperatures will be held back with an easterly wind back into the 40s again, which is below normal. And then we rise back into the mid 50s again on Thursday, which is near normal for this time of the year, and above normal as we head into Friday, with temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s across the region, and temperatures fall back to around normal levels in the north and slightly above normals in the central and southern regions of the state of New Jersey during Friday, or Saturday actually. And then finally on Sunday, we're finding temperatures still above normal in the upper 50s to lower 60s for this time of the year. Zonal flow in place. National Climate Prediction Center forecast for the 6 to 10-day temperatures here, and this is valid on Sunday the 29th through Thursday the 4th, or the 2nd rather, of April. Well, we can see most of the country above normal, especially in the southeast, Alabama, portions of Georgia, and of course Florida. Still above normal here along the east coast as well, and across the central plains. If we looked at days 8 to 14, which is valid on the Tuesday the 31st to the 6th of April, again, most of the country, excepting the immediate northwestern coast here, is at or above normal by 40 to 70% centile above normal temperature. So a zonal flow in place across the region. Let's take a look at the 6 to 10-day precipitation outlook across the region. This is for Sunday the 29th through the 2nd of April, and a near normal precipitation, or basically near normal here across the northern mid-Atlantic, below normal here across most of the western and intermountain west here and central plains, and then above normal across Florida, where all the fronts will be probably stalled out. And as we get into the 8 to 14 day, again above normal across the southeast and portions of Texas, but everybody else near to slightly below normal. And looking at the high resolution model here from the European model guidance over the next 10 days across the contiguous United States, here's our system here that's exiting off the southern New England coast with snow and rain on the Cape this morning, which is already exiting too. High pressure is in control right now across most of our region, providing a very calm day. Here comes the next system in the southern jet stream flow, and it's probably going to exit off of the northern mid-Atlantic coast. Even the short-term model guidance, the mesoscale model guidance, bringing just a little bit of rain across the region on Wednesday across New Jersey and the Delmarva area, but not really anything of concern. We have a semi-zonal flow, west to east flow across the contiguous United States. Here comes the next cold front into the area. This would be for late Thursday night, early Friday morning. Again, minoring out some light showers, and then again, not much going on. Then a warm front approaching the region by Saturday morning. Could be some light isentropic lifts, some rain showers across the region as the low heads up towards the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River Valley, drives the warm front through and then a cold front through, and it gets mild around here on Friday, and then the cold front comes through, but again, not looking at much in the way of heavy precipitation with this. Then more ridging across the central and eastern United States for the later part of the weekend and early next week. Here comes the next frontal system and the next wave of low pressure across the southeastern states. And again, high pressure will be in control pretty much for the northern mid-Atlantic area. And as we approach early next week, or the mid part of next week, this is where things get a little bit more interesting. The low heads up towards the St. Lawrence River Valley, the Ohio River Valley area. We can have some embedded showers and thunderstorms, some moderate to heavy downpours across the east coast here, all the way into Florida with the front, and the low pressure system occluding and getting in towards the Great Lakes, and of course providing us with some mid to late week showers and thunderstorms as the low passes off and to the northeast of the forecast region. Use the GFS ensemble guidance here for the storm tracks over the next 10 days, and as you can see, most of them heading up towards the Great Lakes in that zonal flow that we're talking about. A few coming in off of the mid-Atlantic coast states and heading out into the ocean. So we're not really looking at a supreme kind of worrisome forecast going through the next 10 days here. And off of the European ensemble model guidance here, the 500 millibar geopotential height anomalies, west to east flow, zonal flow across the area this week into next week, and anything that's heading up will be heading up towards the Great Lakes and keeping a ridge access and control over much of the east. Maybe Monday, cold frontal passage coming through with an upper low across the southeastern portions of Canada, but basically anything behind it continues to be in a zonal flow from west to east, and we're not seeing any high latitude blocking, and of course we're not seeing anything major happening right now. So that basically is going to do it right now for GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. You have a good Tuesday out there. I know it's tough. You got to hang in there and be safe.